I was a firefighter for 20 years, and I just started seeing little things, little policy shifts where, I mean, I'll cut straight out with it. They brought in a new policy which stated basically it was an appearance policy. I used to think an appearance policy was, oh, well, you keep your hair short, you don't have facial hair in the fire service, you iron your uniform and keep smart. That's how it used to be. And then all of a sudden, the new appearance policy came out saying you could identify as whatever gender you wish. And I thought, that's a little bit strange. And it said, and that can be fluid, and you can be one thing one day, and you can be something the other day. And that's it. We're in the fire service here. Why is all this coming in? So I knew about it a while back, and I could identify as a female and go in the female toilets. And they put out surveys asking what our gender was and how we identified. So I actually, I'm a bit of a joker at times. I was like, right, I'll identify as transgender. I'll tick. It was an anonymous survey at work. So I ticked it that I was transgender, and it kind of backfired because all the backroom staff writing this policy was like, whoa, we've got somebody trans who's not allowed to come out.
Oh my gosh.
So it kind of backfired a little bit. But I saw that happening in the fire service. So I was aware of the agenda, but not only recently when I've started this activism, I became aware that how much it had flown in under the radar of the general public and got its claws in. And my wife just put a post up on social media, on a Facebook post, and then she got piled on by one person, but really aggressively. So I mentioned something about it in my wife's defence, and then somebody else piled on. You know how you can be connected on Facebook through friends of friends, and that kind of happened. And I couldn't believe how ferocious the pile-on was from these two people. And that got me thinking, I'm going to do something about it. And this was while we were away from the country early this year. And I've been planning this kind of for a while. The year before, I'd met Kelly J. Keane at a festival, and I asked her, what can men do? What can real men do to stand up? And she said, find a voice. So all these things kind of came together. And I decided at the beginning of April that I'm going to go out on the streets and copy Chris Elston, Billboard Chris.
Yeah.
So I actually reached out to him and I said, listen, Chris, you're the original. I'm going to do this. Have you got some advice for me? And he gave me 4 pieces of advice. And it was, know your stuff, remain calm, film everything and let them speak. Yeah. And I followed those principles, and it's kind of been successful. We're gaining traction on social media now.
Just to clarify, when you came to your wife's defence on social media, was that because something had been said about transgenderism in the workplace and people got their back up about it? Is that what that was?
I think the post was about weak men identifying as a female to enter female sports. I think it was like that. And then something along the lines of it's weak minds celebrate this.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I think someone made an image out of it. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything controversial about it.
It's saying if you're a man, you shouldn't be competing against women.
Basically.
Because you can't compete against other men. And those that are supporting it are weak as well. And I think the pylon was from those people that are supporting it. In fact, I know it was.